Every night, millions of older adults around the world experience the exact same thing. You lie down to rest, close your eyes, but within minutes, your calf tightens like a rope being pulled. Your foot turns cold under the blankets, or a sudden cramp jolts you awake out of nowhere. Most people brush it off as just age, just fatigue, or just dehydration. But the truth is far quieter and far more important. Those uncomfortable moments are not random. They are warning whispers, gentle SOS signals telling you that your arteries, the very highways carrying warm, oxygen-rich blood through your body, are struggling. Picture it. Inside you is a network of soft, flexible highways designed to deliver life to every corner of your body. But over the years, because of stress, sugar inflammation, and everyday wear, those highways begin to collect build-up. Slowly, quietly, like a water pipe slowly narrowing from years of mineral deposits. And as that space inside the artery gets tighter, your blood has to fight harder to move through. The flow becomes slower, weaker, and in some areas, almost blocked. That's when you start to feel it. Legs that feel heavy, swelling or tingling at night, sudden calf cramps, or feet that stay cold no matter how warm the room is. These small signals are the body's way of saying your circulation needs help. Your highways are narrowing. Left unaddressed, these early signs can grow into serious issues: poor circulation, clot risks, even heart complications. But here's what almost no one tells you. Nature has gifted us several powerful oils, simple, affordable, and surprisingly effective, that can support cleaner arteries and help restore healthy blood flow in a way many older adults can actually feel. Most people have never even heard of them, and many who have are using them in ways that cut their benefits in half. But after today, you won't be one of them. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 most powerful oils for supporting artery health and naturally improving circulation. And pay close attention here. Number 3 is something most people use completely wrong. And number 1 can make a noticeable difference in just days when used correctly. So stay with me until the very end. It may change the way you think about your circulation, your energy, and your health. But before we begin, do me a small favor. If you find information like this valuable, please like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more natural health insights. One simple click from you means the world to our team, and it helps this information reach the people who truly need it. Now, let's begin reopening the highways inside your body. Number 3, walnut oil. This modest golden oil is one of the most overlooked items on the supermarket shelf. Yet inside it is a rare combination that profoundly supports artery health: plant-based omega-3s, antioxidant polyphenols, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds that help blood vessels stay smooth, open, and flexible, benefits that matter even more as we age. A single tablespoon of walnut oil contains roughly 1.4 grams of plant omega-3 ALA, enough to cover more than the full daily amount most older adults need to support healthier circulation. But there is something most people never notice, and it leads to the same mistake I see over and over again among older adults. Walnut oil is highly prone to oxidation. The omega-3s inside it break down rapidly the moment they meet light, heat, or air. Once that process begins, the oil loses much of its natural benefit and can even become mildly inflammatory instead of soothing. This means that when it is drizzled over steaming food or used for sautéing, most of what makes it valuable has already disappeared. This is exactly why many people try walnut oil for a while and think, "I don't feel any difference." They were not using a fresh, active oil. They were using an oil that had already gone stale without them realizing it. But when walnut oil is fresh, the experience is entirely different. The ALA omega-3s help calm low-grade inflammation along the artery walls. The polyphenols support healthier endothelial function, the inner lining that determines how open or restricted your blood vessels remain. And many older adults describe the same subtle but unmistakable improvements: legs that feel lighter during the day, calves that do not tighten as quickly, and feet that stay gently warmer at night. It is not dramatic, but it is real, a quiet sign that circulation has begun to wake up again. To unlock this effect, walnut oil must be treated correctly. Buy it in a small, dark bottle. Store it in the refrigerator as soon as it is opened. And use it within 4 to 6 weeks, not 6 months. With this, oil freshness is not optional. It is the entire difference between something that works and something that has no impact at all. There is also a small secret very few older adults ever hear about. Walnut oil becomes even more effective when paired with leafy greens. The vitamin E in spinach, arugula, or spring mix blends helps protect the fragile omega-3 molecules from oxidizing inside your digestive tract. This allows far more of the oil to remain active long enough to reach your arteries, quietly multiplying its benefits. And before you use it, there is one final step. Smell the oil. Fresh walnut oil has a soft, nutty scent. If it smells sharp, bitter, or like old wood, it has already gone bad and should be discarded. And if walnut oil has already surprised you, the oil at number 2 carries an even bigger misunderstanding, one that affects millions of older adults and quietly reduces the very benefits they're hoping for. Number 2. Fish oil. Fish oil, a biological oil used by millions of older adults, is also one of the most deeply misunderstood. And ironically, the very form that works best for the arteries is the form most people quietly overlook. Its EPA and DHA omega-3s do not just support heart health. They act directly on the inner lining of your arteries, the endothelial layer that determines how easily blood moves through the legs, the calves, the feet, and the heart itself. When these omega-3s are delivered in the right form, they help reduce the inflammatory signals that stiffen arteries, support healthier vessel flexibility, and improve the movement of blood through the lower body. These are not dramatic shifts, but many older adults describe something unmistakably real. Walks feel smoother. The legs do not tighten as quickly. The feet do not chill as easily when evening arrives. But here is the part that quietly erases most of its benefits if you are not paying close attention. Many people buy fish oil and assume that if the label mentions omega-3, it must be enough, but that simply isn't true. What actually determines whether fish oil helps your arteries is its quality, whether it has been independently tested for heavy metals, checked for oxidation, and verified to contain the full amounts of EPA and DHA it claims. And then comes the second misunderstanding. Fish oil must be taken with dietary fat. Without it, your body absorbs only a fraction of what you swallow. This is why so many older adults take fish oil faithfully for months and feel nothing at all. They were swallowing it on an empty stomach, not with a meal. But when fish oil is paired with a small amount of healthy fat, its absorption improves dramatically. Even something as simple as breakfast with avocado, a handful of nuts or yogurt with seeds can make a difference. Your arteries can actually feel. There is also one more detail worth knowing. Fish oil should not cause a strong, unpleasant fishy burp. When that happens, it is almost always a sign of poor quality oil or incomplete purification. Good fish oil is virtually odorless when taken with food, a quiet sign that the product has been properly refined. High-quality fish oil does not work overnight. But over weeks, sometimes even days, many older adults describe a subtle shift in how their legs feel, how their feet warm up, and how their walking endurance changes. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, but it is consistent, the kind of improvement that comes from supporting circulation at the level of the artery wall itself. And if fish oil represents the most clinically studied oil on this list, the oil at number 1 is the opposite. It is familiar, used worldwide, sitting quietly in nearly every kitchen, yet very few people understand how to unlock its full potential for cleaner arteries and stronger blood flow. Number 1. Olive oil. The real power of olive oil has nothing to do with trend or tradition. Its strength comes from two classes of compounds that directly influence artery health: monounsaturated fats and polyphenols. The monounsaturated fats help maintain the flexibility of the vessel lining, allowing blood to move with less resistance. But the polyphenols are the real reason olive oil sits at number 1. These compounds help reduce oxidative stress inside the arterial wall, one of the root contributors to plaque buildup and sluggish circulation. When older adults begin using high-quality olive oil correctly, many describe something subtle but meaningful. Their legs feel less heavy after long days. The calves do not tighten as quickly during long walks. The feet warm more easily in the evenings. These small improvements reflect a simple truth: the arteries are becoming more responsive and less rigid. But here is the part almost nobody talks about. Not all olive oil delivers these effects. In fact, most of the olive oil on supermarket shelves has been processed, blended, overheated, or stored for too long. And by the time it reaches your home, the polyphenols that make it powerful have already broken down. Many older adults tell me, "I use olive oil all the time, but I don't feel any difference." And the reason is simple: they were not using true extra virgin olive oil. They were using a filtered or refined version that had lost most of its artery-supporting compounds long before they opened the bottle. To unlock the real effect of olive oil, two factors matter more than anything else. First, it must be genuine extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed, unrefined, and packaged in a dark bottle to protect its polyphenols from light. Second, it must be used in its natural form. High heat destroys many of the very compounds that make olive oil beneficial for the arteries. This is why olive oil is most effective when used raw or warmed, gently drizzled over vegetables, added to soups after they come off the stove, or paired with leafy greens, where its fats help absorb fat-soluble antioxidants. There is also a powerful but rarely mentioned combination that older adults benefit from almost immediately: olive oil with leafy greens and citrus. The greens supply antioxidant compounds that complement olive oil's polyphenols, while the mild acidity from lemon helps stabilize the oil during digestion. Together, this trio creates a small but measurable boost in endothelial function, the very mechanism that determines how well your arteries open and close. And there is one more detail worth knowing. Olive oil should smell fresh, grassy, almost like crushed leaves. If it smells flat, greasy, or faintly rancid, the polyphenols have already degraded. At that point, it may still taste fine, but its artery-supporting power is gone. This is why olive oil stands at number 1. Not because it is exotic or rare, but because when used correctly in its freshest, most natural form, it delivers a combination of compounds that no other oil provides with the same consistency. And for older adults seeking cleaner arteries and stronger blood flow, that consistency matters. And if you found even one insight today that helps you or someone you love, I have one simple favor to ask. Share this video with a friend or a family member who may need it. You never know whose life you might change with a single click. And if you would like more calm, clear guidance on natural health for older adults, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us keep producing the kind of content that actually makes a difference. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take good care of your circulation, and it will take good care of you.